All right, so this is the trade views for the previous week. We had 4 trades this week. I think a couple of them got hit. I think some of them got stopped out, but I will go over those and what I'm doing to manage in this video. This is not financial advice. This is just me following my trade plan. Yeah, and just posting the results basically. All right, so the first trade was OXY, and this one, it was like a two week level right there. I would have liked a steeper A move, like a stronger one out to maybe break some more pivots to kind of prove that there is orders sitting up here. Didn't really happen that way, so I still really like the downside. If we kind of zoom out, I do like the downside. Even if this is like, if the overall is to the upside and this is a 1, we still need to pull back. So my count for the upside would be a 1, 2, 3 to the upside, obviously 4, 5. But then if it's to the downside, where you might have an A, B, C, it's still, or even like if this is your 2 and this is your A, B, C to the upside, either way, I believe we are on a pullback right now. I don't think there's a whole lot of profit potential in this one, but we'll kind of see as the market goes down. So the first one, obviously, since it's such a high time frame, I can't really adjust anything. It did come back up deeper into the area to maybe get some better prices on it. But yeah, this one is still active and still like a quality setup. So obviously it'd be nicer if it broke something, but I still like this setup. All right, the next one is the Kraft Heinz company with the ticker symbol KHC. Okay, and so this one just tagged in, right? So I think this one is extremely early because, so this one is going to be extremely interesting. So this is higher risk because, I mean, not doing that great, but this triangle is kind of concerning because triangles can break either direction. However, I think this one has a higher probability of breaking to the upside. All right, so it would be like, so you'd have your A, B, C, D, E. So I think it could work like that, or this could be your 1 in, and then this doesn't count, and then everything would just kind of get moved along, and then we could be trading the E wave. So you'd have your 1, maybe your ABC to the upside, and then this would be your just pullback, and then you'd have another one to the upside, whether that's your C wave or your Y wave. I do believe that our take profit cannot exceed this triangle. Obviously we'll have more information as it gets closer, but this one is an active trade. It just actually tagged in. I did get filled on this, so I still like the area. I like it's not going to need a whole lot of movement or news related movement to get to the target, just because it should be kind of bouncing around in this range for a little bit longer before it picks a direction to go. So this one's still active and a quality setup. All right, and so this is was the highest risk trade. So if we go to a weekly, so this is kind of my B that I really liked. Okay, so was this flag up here. So I thought it could go deeper. However, I liked it enough to where it could come back around, right? So the reason why it was so risky was, so it's a flag on flag. Where's my little boxes? Right, so you got flag and you got flag, and then I was trading the third flag. Okay, I was trading the third flag, assuming that it would break this pivot right here. Let's zoom in on that. This pivot right here, I would have liked to have gotten it broken. However, obviously it didn't. That's why this was such a high risk trade. So it did hit the stop loss, okay, that I had set up. So it did hit the stop loss. So I'm counting this one as a loss. However, I'm from a Forex background. So when I risk a trade, I'm okay with losing 100% of the position, just because I set up my positions pretty evenly. So if I have one winner and 2 losers, I still make money, but that's just me. So I do like it. I'll kind of show it in the market update. This top flag here is on the S&P 500 that it could bounce off of. It could, okay? So the way that this trade gets canceled is if it breaks the B. All right, so I'm expecting, so this is a C wave. As of right now, this is a C wave. Okay, you have your A, B, C to the upside for your B. I'm expecting maybe where it's got its 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that for this C. Okay, so this second wave, it needs to kind of have like an ABC motion to it, right? We need more of like an A, B, C, something like that. So maybe we kind of spend a little bit more time going sideways in here before it pops up and then turns back around. But I still believe that this is a valid count, and that's why I'm not taking my trade off of, is because the main structure and confirmation of this trade was the Elliott wave count. Okay, not any of the trend or any breakouts. So I'm still active because the main decider on this is the Elliott wave count. So this one for me is still active. It cannot be put on, obviously, where it was down here. But this is, well, I'll just kind of keep that one up there. This is what I need to be, this is what I'm kind of looking at, is this area as my turning point, okay? And I do not want it to go beyond the pivot of this B. If it does, then I counted wrong, and this is the fourth of the C wave, all right? Which means we would have a fifth to pop higher, and it would then follow this pattern to go up. So then it can still be an A, B, C, but it would just be the higher B wave that starts the C. All right, and this is RCL. This was our last trade of the week, but I was really a fan of this with all the selling pressure and everything. But I was also a fan that we broke this flag to the upside. Now this flag didn't break anything at all, so it doesn't have to be the most powerful, which is why I do believe that we can still follow this kind of trajectory where we pop back up, and like SBUX, it would be this area that it would have to get to. So again, I mean, obviously this one can turn around wherever, like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that could be your 1. So and then it could do its ABC to the upside for its 2. So this 1 could still be active. It could come down farther and then come back up higher to this one, and it would still be a pretty active, like it would be a trade that follows the count. So that's pretty important. We are getting earnings, which I would anticipate these being like better than expected, just because like everyone's been getting fired from all the tech companies, so they I would imagine they would take like a vacation with their like severance packages and stuff. So I do think that the second wave could be kind of bolstered by the fundamental boys and then have it drop back down. So that's still the plan for this one. This one's not stopped out. I would imagine it is going to be, or at least get close. But if it gets up here, then I am anticipating that this is the second wave. So then this would be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be your 2, and then it would come down for its 3, which obviously that's what I'm targeting because that's the most parabolic impulse wave, best opportunity to make money. So just kind of keep that in mind. And yeah, that's really the trades I had this week. So kind of expected where everything was following the count of the Qs. I went over that in the market update, and yeah, so I wasn't expecting like the market, if it was going up, if the stock was going up, it was going to go up. If the stock was coming down, it was going to come down. I don't think we had any information that would say that it could change direction. So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty big week because we now have the Qs hitting the higher level for that C wave. So it should get pretty interesting this week, but we'll kind of stay tuned for that.